Going on, y'all? It's your boy AC, back with another video. First and foremost, I'd like to give special congratulations to Anthony Joshua. Okay, his win against Joseph Parker made him unified WBO, IBF, WBA heavyweight champion of the world. Okay. How did I see the fight? I had well, shucks, I'm thinking I'm wild. But I had Anthony Joshua beating Joseph Parker, but I had him knocking him out within this from in between round 7 and round 9. Both fighters, they came out slim during the weigh-ins. They came out, slim. I mean, I think Anthony Joshua lost 10 pounds, and I think Joseph Parker did the same thing. So they were ready to go the distance. They didn't want stamina to play a part. Bad part about it is, though, rounds 5 and round 6, it seems both of them was being gassed. So make of that what you will. I really didn't understand Parker's game plan. I've seen a couple of reviews on YouTube and how people thought that Parker won the fight. I'm trying to see where Anthony Joshua was in any type of danger of losing the fight. I think Anthony Joshua won this fight off the strength of ring generalship alone. Because of the simple fact that, he was coming forward, he was pressing the action, and Joseph Parker, for the most part, for most of this fight, he fought off the back foot too tough. He was backing up, giving up ground, giving up space. He was fighting off the back foot, but at the same time, he had a shorter reach. So that tells me that even though he had a shorter reach and fight on the back foot, that means he wasn't doing anything to Wilder. Doing anything to Joshua. I'm sorry. Joshua was just, the jab. The jab was precise. The jab was pinpoint. I think that the jab should have been used more all night. He didn't really have to use any power shots because, let's just be honest, Joseph Parker really didn't have too much of an answer for what Joshua was throwing at him. Parker just didn't. So it surprised me that the fight went 12 rounds. And when I saw the fight go from 11 to 12, and when the fight was over, the first thing I asked myself was, did we overrate Joshua or did we underrate Parker? Me personally, I think we underrated Parker a little bit too much. I think this was one of the best training camps that that AJ had, and at the same time, look what's going on, Did we underestimate Parker's skill? Because most of us wrote off Parker. To the point, a lot of people actually thought Parker won this fight 7 rounds to 5, where I got it 117, 111, 8 rounds to 4. Anthony Joshua, again, fighting off the back foot with a shorter reach. You're giving up ground too tough, and and Joseph Parker never really won any exchanges. It was a couple times where he tried to come in, but those were too few and far in between. At the same time, the whole fight, another thing, what happened with the ref? The referee was a major problem. The referee was an issue. This was one of the worst refereeing jobs I've seen in a while. He stopped a lot of momentum for both fighters. It could have possibly altered the course of the fight and could have shortened the fight. But, that's what happens. It is what it is. So again, congratulations to Anthony Joshua. I think now, this leads to the fight that we all want to see, and that's Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. I'm telling you, if Joshua and Wilder fought right now, I thoroughly believe that Wilder would win. I think AJ in this fight has shown what he has been for the most part. He's a very robotic fighter, okay? He doesn't have a lot of head movement. He's there to be hit. He has a lot of flaws. And what makes this fight great is that Wilder can be touched himself. So this is a true 50-50 fight here. So I don't know why Eddie Hearn would be delaying this fight, because it's, like he said, it would be Wilder's biggest payday. But this would also be Joshua's biggest payday as well. So, it is what it is. But this fight between Wilder and Joshua has to happen next. I understand Alexander Povetkin, he beat Price on the undercard. He sparked him. He put that man to sleep. So I guess he's the Mando in not one, but two sanctioning bodies, the WBO, and the WBA. So Povetkin is looking like most likely is going to be Joshua's next fight, even though we want to see Joshua versus Wilder. But I think they're going to try to fight Povetkin next. And in all fairness, it's good business, because like I said, you wiping out two Mandos with one fight. So it is what it is on that one. That's why when you keep it all the way real. Yeah. If I had to pick right now between Wilder and Joshua, I'd pick Wilder by knockout. Like I said, he has a lot of things to work on. Joshua does, and I hope that he does work on them things. I hope he can tighten up and get himself, hope he can get right. Going back to Joseph Parker, where does Joseph Parker go from here? Do you think that Joseph Parker is deserving of a rematch? That's first thing. Did he perform well enough to get a rematch? And if not, where does Joseph Parker go? What does he do? Who does he fight next? We already know what Anthony Joshua was supposed to do. He's supposed to get Wilder. But, that Povetkin fight might call him. That Jarrell Big Baby Miller fight might call him. It's all that things that can happen. So, again, congratulations to Anthony Joshua for unifying 3 out of the 4. If he wants the fourth one, he knows what he's gonna have to do. He's gonna have to put it all on the line and let that be that. So it is what it is. Thank y'all for listening, man. This was the review of AJ versus Parker. If y'all haven't saw the fight, look, go and see for yourself. Maybe you disagree with me. All right? Maybe you do. It is what it is, though. Until the next time, it's your boy AC. I am out. Peace.